today's digital age, your data is your most valuable asset. That's why GotBackup is your ultimate, all-in-one cloud backup service that prioritizes your security, offers an unbeatable value, and unlocks exciting opportunities.
Is GotBackup really that easy? And exactly how secure is my data? Whoa! What the?
GotBackup offers unparalleled ease of use. With our simple 3-step setup process, users can effortlessly select which specific folders on their device to back up to their GotBackup cloud with just one configuration. Once set up, it operates seamlessly in the background, requiring no further attention. It's truly a set-and-forget solution. Whether you're a seasoned computer enthusiast or a casual user, GotBackup caters to all levels of technical proficiency, ensuring a smooth experience for everyone. And thanks to our super strong security tools like 256-bit AES encryption and other robust protocols, your data is super secure with us. At GotBackup, we believe your data should belong to you and you alone. That's why our active and passive protection systems are designed with multiple layers of security. We encrypt everything so we see and know nothing about your data.
Excuse me. Ms. Terabyte, I have a question. I'm not a computer-savvy person, but can you explain the technology?
Without getting too technical, this is how GotBackup secures your information. AES 256 encryption is a way to scramble information like text, files, or data so that it can't be understood unless you have the right key to unscramble it. Think of it like a secret code that only the intended recipient knows how to decode, in this case, your GotBackup cloud. AES stands for Advanced Encryption Standard. The number 256 refers to the key length. In an everyday life analogy, imagine a combination lock. Most of them have 3 to 4 numbers that you have to put in the right order to open the safe. With us, you would have to guess 256 numbers in the right order. Having more bits in the key makes it much harder for someone to guess the right combination. 128-bit encryption has never been cracked. 256-bit encryption is virtually impossible. So, AES 256-bit encryption is a very strong method. It's a widely used encryption method that's considered very secure. In fact, the US military uses this very standard.
Quick question. That's good to know and all, but how does my data get from my laptop to my GotBackup cloud without being intercepted?
That is where SSL and TLS come in. SSL and TLS are protocols used to secure your communication over the internet. Think of them like locks on a letter that ensure when you send or receive information online, it stays safe and private. Imagine you're sending a letter through the mail. SSL and TLS is like using a special envelope with a lock on it. Only the person you're sending the letter can unlock it with a special key. In this case, your GotBackup cloud. So, even if someone tries to peek at your letter while it's traveling through the mail, they won't be able to read it because it's securely locked inside the envelope. This encryption keeps your personal data, like passwords or credit card numbers, safe from hackers who might try to intercept it while it's traveling from your computer to your GotBackup cloud.
Okay, that makes sense. But there are so many cloud service providers out there. Why should I choose GotBackup?
Because of GotBackup's unbeatable value at an unbeatable price. And here's the best part, with GotBackup, you and up to 5 family or team members can enjoy the peace of mind that comes with 6 terabytes of secure storage for unlimited devices. Access your files securely from any device, Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, or through any web browser. With end-to-end encrypted online storage, your data is shielded in a secure gateway in your cloud, giving you complete control over your digital footprint. But GotBackup isn't just about securing your data. GotBackup is the only cloud backup service of its kind that not only secures your data but also puts money back in your pocket with our lucrative affiliate program. When you become a GotBackup affiliate, you can earn commissions for every person you refer to our cloud service. It's a win-win. Secure your data and boost your income simultaneously.
Okay, I really like that part. Sign me up.
Don't settle for anything less than the best when it comes to protecting your digital life. Choose GotBackup, where security, value, and opportunity come together to safeguard your data and empower your future. Visit GotBackup.com today to sign up and start securing your digital life.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. It's always a pleasure to come here at 11 o'clock Eastern time, if I may suggest the East Coast time frame, where Tammy just enjoyed presenting the Max Venture, the GotBackup opportunity. And you know, folks, what's really, really attractive here and really interesting is we have so much to offer. Just a couple of days ago, we had the CEO, Joel Terrier, who's actually did the presentation to give you a little bit of an overview of what's going on. We also have an event tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And at the end of this presentation, we'll point you exactly where to go. My name is Christian Gingras, and I've been in the network marketing arena for well over 28 years full time. My wife and I, Tammy will share a little bit about herself as we begin here. We started this industry really knowing nothing about it, making nickel and dimes. And today, I could say that we have made millions in this industry. And folks, it's not to brag, but it's to impress upon you the possibilities that what we've done, you can also do. It all begins with a mindset and having the right vehicle. And that's what we want to share with you here today. So just before I pass it over to you, Tammy, I just realized we love to recognize all of you that are coming here bright and early. By the way, Boris, I saw your message here is, what is it you can tell me for me to be interested to do business with you, if I may phrase it that way? That's exactly what this person is all about. So you're here in the right place in the right time. Guylaine, bonjour, c'est un plaisir de vous avoir ici. Okay, Michelle, we have Michelle here. Welcome from Switzerland. Oh, this is so awesome. Esther from Ghana. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We have here Guidolin Douglas from Kentucky. Well done. This is awesome. Lou, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have here Recreate Wealth. This is actually a cool name. Welcome. Nice to have you here. And Yunam from Ghana, welcome. Grace, welcome. Glad to have you here with us. We have Matt. We have Lee. Let's see here. We have Mike. We have Go We Online. Welcome, welcome. I think Mark, I might have mentioned you already. Eric. Awesome. Great to have you here. Esembia, welcome. Randy, welcome. Glad to have you here. Kelly, we have Bob. We have Rio. We have, let's see here. We have Gregory Schmidt. We have Sally. We have Jay. Welcome, welcome. So great to have you here. Michelle here from Switzerland and Germany. This is and Australia, Austria. Sorry, this is so cool. So I know, Tammy, I share a little bit about myself and our industry. Why don't you go ahead and then we'll begin.
Sure. Oh, it's wonderful to have such a huge global presence here, and that's what I love about GotBackup is it's borderless. And we're going to share a lot of things today about the benefits and the information on why you want to be part of this. And Chris and we had a phone call. We have 28 years experience in the industry, as Chris mentioned. And always we were in the supplement base. But when we heard about GotBackup with Joel contacting us privately, friends for many years, Chris will share that through the presentation. And when he showed us what he had with GotBackup, we said, oh my gosh, everybody needs this and everybody's already using this. And it's such a huge opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and share our stories through the presentation so you get to know why we are so passionate about GotBackup.
You see, we at GotBackup here it's really an environment to empower families with a global opportunity. And that's an understatement. We've seen massive growth since we started back in May of 2023. Folks, it's really time to turn your dreams into reality. This is what it's all about. So why are you here, right? Some of you are saying, well, why should I do business with you? Well, that's why you're here. And some of the examples, if you look at some of the pictures there, you see the beautiful family on the far left there in front of their homes, right? Who knows? Maybe that's the kind of home they were able to invest with their opportunity. Tammy and I, we can testify to that. It's the reason why we're in Florida during the winter and we go back to Toronto, Canada during the summer, right? We don't do winters anymore. But folks, this is by choice, right? It's by choice. And these kind of environment, these kind of business ventures will give you those kind of choices. You can see here the little directions, right, with a palm tree, which stands more like for a vacation. What about taking vacation when you want to, not when you can only, let me rephrase that. When you want to, not when you have to, right? In other words, you have these vacations that wherever you're working for will tell you this is when you can go. What about you can go whenever you want to go? What a different way of looking at this, right? What about a family that want to start a brand new family, have children and be able to live a good quality of life and not both of them having to work 24/7. As you know, today with inflation, everything changes. People have to work twice as much for twice as half, if you can understand my meaning. And then the other thing, folks, what's very important is to make money. But over and above making money, folks, is to be able to invest this money, right? So if you have money that are a surplus, then you start investing. So these investment can turn into passive income as we move on. These are the things that we are here for. Why are you here? These are the examples we want to present to you.
Absolutely. And GotBackup is here to help average people. Chris and I are average people. We just made decisions many years ago that we were tired of the traditional world. Chris has been in business. He also worked for the government, and I came from traditional business, and that's not freeing ourselves. Home-based business is the way to go. And so it's freed us to live a life that we've always desired to live, but just didn't know how. So when GotBackup came to our attention, we knew that this was going to be huge for people out there, especially in today's economy. So it's easy and everybody can afford it.
So a little bit about the company, folks, is we began in 1997. It's around the time where I met Joel. And I explain this often because it's the ultimate truth is I met Joel. I don't remember if it was a third party, but at the end of the day, he had a service that could provide server space for me to be able to host my website through WordPress. Some of you may know what it is. And that was the very first website I've ever done in the early 2000s to be able to support my team. I remember we kept having to email people PowerPoints and presentations. I've always been supporting people. And it says, what if we can get a place where people can go and actually download all these things automatically? And this is how it all started. And at one point, Joel's saying that, well, we're moving to the US. I said, why? Well, he says what's happening is we have passed the bandwidth infrastructure where we live that can support the growth of our business, right? The bandwidth infrastructure cannot support it. We have to go somewhere else where they have bigger databases and bigger fiber optic to be able to support the kind of clients we're getting into. He says, okay, that's cool. So I thought that was the end. He says, no, for you, it's just, I didn't understand on those days. It's just a different address. But as far as you're concerned, it's all the same. So he went ahead and he purchased a building, which is the one you're seeing here, was about 10,000 square feet. Today, this place is completely paid in full. And folks, we're going to show you a quick video here for you to understand the kind of product that you get when you get involved with us.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, you know, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power, every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if, God forbid, there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if, God forbid, there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if, God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know.
So now you've heard a little bit about what's going on. And folks, there's so much more. Just stick with us here. We're going to give you the whole picture of what you are getting. And by the way, if you're liking this presentation, feel free to hit the like button. And the reason why is because YouTube algorithm, if people like what what they see, then they will present to more people. And our goal is to increase this network. Is if everybody gets involved, we got backup like we've seen in Dropbox, but Dropbox doesn't pay a dime to anybody other than services. Imagine the possibilities and the income and the families we can impact worldwide. So if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and help us share the message. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, I love the transparency that Joel has and the visual on where the data is being stored. It's very, very cool. So we're going to talk about 2 of the global trends that GotBackup is tapped into. And of course, trend number 1, data storage trend. It's massive, you guys. Almost 7 billion smartphones are in the world today. So you can see everybody is taking pictures, everybody's taking videos, everybody's receiving information. So all of that storage needs to be saved. So it's a huge trend that we're in now already.
I totally agree. And if you look at the mobile traffic, folks, from 2011 to 2023, and you can expect that this is going to grow, and it's going to grow massively. We have other stats to share with you here, but from 6% to 60%, folks, this is significant. And right now we're just getting into some major momentum. You know, when you look at the size of storage market worldwide from 2022, which is, a few years ago, going to 2030, folks, look at this. Look at the revenue they're predicting from 90 billion to 472 billion. Do you understand that's $500 billion? What does that mean for a business venture like this that is sharing up to 75% of their gains with the consumers out there. Folks, we are going to impact the world significantly. This is why what we have here is such an important message. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and cell phone addiction is absolutely there. 75.4% of people will admit that they're addicted to their cell phones. I mean, we do business every single day with our phones. So yes, we're definitely addicted. If I left my phone at home and I realize when I get into the car, guess what? I turn around and I go get my phone. So there's many, valuable things that we use our phone for. And you can see some of the percentages here on what's available. And we use it for our alarm clocks. Let's face it. If we're being all transparent, every time you go to the bathroom, I'm sure you bring your cell phone with you. And I know we're guilty. Before there used to be, racks with magazines, not anymore. So you don't see this anymore. Everybody's got their phones.
I totally agree, Tammy, 100%. And folks, the downside of this is, we love our technology and everything else, but there's a downside, unfortunately. It's something like over 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their phone or lost their data. Let's face it. I mean, these are expensive devices, right? Nobody likes to lose these things, but the content, it affects your soul. It affects everything about you, right? This is your memory. So the fact is, this is very, very important. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops and cell phones are stolen every 43 seconds. I know I went through something like that, and it's a horrible feeling, especially when you're in the middle of traveling and everything is in that device, right? So I was so grateful to have a storage to be able to reload the phone. Right. It took a bit of time, but guys, I have gigabits and gigabits and gigabits of data in there. But the point is I was able to function. So that's why backing up your service, it is so important today.
Absolutely. And how many times have you seen messages like this? I know every time I talk to people, it's funny. They go, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're calling me right now. I just got a message, either iCloud or Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever is out there for storage. People are constantly getting messages that they need to upgrade or they can no longer store anything because they need that upgrade. So everybody's looking for extra data storage, which is
absolutely, Tammy,
why we're going to talk to you today.
Yeah, absolutely. And the second trend is making more money. I mean, think about it, folks. Do you think we live in an era that people are looking for ways to make extra income? Absolutely. If I may focus on North America here, 42% of Americans have a side gigs, right? 62% of Gen Z, 18 to 25. These are my own kids. I often mention my daughter's been traveling from November of last year. She's still traveling. She was with us for about an entire week in Daytona Beach. Now she went to Miami. Now she's down to Tampa for a little bit. And now she's going back to Toronto. And that's going to be in May. So she's going to be gone almost 6 months. 6 months. And how has she been able to sustain her lifestyle? She's past her mid-20s. It's because she has a side gig that's been supporting her lifestyle over and above what she obviously put aside for this trip. My point here, folks, is that trend is a growing trend. And what about the rest of the world, folks? This is why this global opportunity is actually hitting everybody by storm.
So the goal is to leverage the trends, and you can leverage this through GotBackup, which we're going to share with you.
Absolutely. And what we want to talk to you about right now is the product itself. There's really two components. There's a core product, which is what you just saw, what we talked about. We'll give you the details. And the VIP package, this is an awesome package if you want to market your business at a other level, which also increases your income. There's just a lot of wonderful things we're going to be sharing with you here. So let's start with the core product, Tammy.
Yeah, we need a drum roll for this one, because GotBackup is the only company that offers 6 terabytes of data storage. You can have 6 people on one account, and they could be members of your family that don't even live in your household. Unlimited devices, which is absolutely massive value for $10 a month. It's actually $9.97. And it's the only company out there that offers a home-based business that will pay you generously by telling other people.
I totally agree. And the fact here is we'll talk a little bit about the competitors here, but you see iCloud, and I'll come back to that in a minute, and Dropbox and Google Drive, right? They're all within the range of $10 a month. And they all offer, within 2 terabytes for one user. And I know that this is changing a little bit. Google is now up to 6 users. But always remember, they do not pay you. GotBackup will pay you. It gives you another stream of income while you're using a service that is extremely useful. And I can't wait for tomorrow once we introduce the new version of the backup service and everything else, folks. So the key is that you're paying $10 a month or $100 a year. If you don't mind, let me round it off. It's just easier to look at. So at that point here, folks, think about this. So if you would pay $10 a month, it'll cost you about $120. But if you pay for the year, you're saving 2 months. So it's about $100. So folks, this is the way we recommend for you to go, simply because honestly, it's very inexpensive compared to all the opportunities out there. It's actually half than the traditional opportunities out there that people have to pay monthly to maintain their monthly consumption. That's for 1 year. I mean, it's so inexpensive. It's not even funny, which, by the way, if you pay for the year, it goes down more in $8 and change. Right. So this is really, really, really exciting. But I just want to look at this here. When you look, GotBackup, 6 terabyte versus the 2 terabytes of iCloud. Right. I know because I have an iCloud service. Right. I have an iCloud service, and I've been basically, that's all I knew at the time. And at this point, I remember the very first time I was paying the $2.99, and I had 200 gigs. Well, that filled up pretty quickly because these devices are so powerful today. You take one picture and they're like 4Ks. Well, that's a lot of data, right? Well, imagine when you have 30,000 pictures like this. You understand where I'm coming from. So then I had to upgrade, and then I started paying the $10 a month. Where I'm Canadian, so I was paying about 13 and change, almost $14, right? So my bottom line here is I had 2 terabytes. And then GotBackup came to be, and they offer 6 terabytes, 3 times the data for the same amount of money. And they provide an income in the process. Do you understand the potential here? Right? 6 terabytes will cost you $30 a month, US, if I may mention, because there's a lot of people who are international here, right? $30 a month to have 6 terabytes. So you need to understand the value, and it goes way beyond providing a backup service. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, so you can see why we jumped on board just hearing that alone. Chris and I are entrepreneurs, and both of us have iPhones. Both of us have 2 terabytes. Both of us have Dropbox. Like, we have a lot. And when we saw this, we're like, oh my gosh, we can save a ton of money. And how many people can you help save a ton of money? I mean, everybody wants to save money in today's economy, right? So it's such an easy decision to be part of this. 6 terabytes of data storage, $9.97 per month. You can choose to pay for a year. We're going to share that with you later up front. It includes 6 accounts. You can use any device, unlimited. And of course, you saw the security video. So it's phenomenal. We get so excited when we talk about it.
Absolutely. So let me talk a little bit about the VIP, and I'll go very quickly here, folks, but understand a person to bring you here, or at least there's a lot of information that we have in our board. You can read all this information that we have. But the point here is the VTuber, it's a video uploader, right? So in other words, let's just say that you want to send an email. We'll mention that, by the way, there's an email marketing. It comes with your $10 a month. It's unbelievable what you get for this. But the point is, let's say you would like to do a video inviting your guests, your prospects to look at this information. You do a quickly recording on your computer or your phone, you upload it there, and it will provide you a link that you can share on your social media, or you can put into an email for people to click on. We use that all the time. That's around $300 a year. And then you have a memory place. Here's a really cool application. Let's just say you organize a party of any kind, and you know that there's going to be obviously 99% of people there. I would say almost 100% will have a cell phone, and I would say that maybe 80% or so will actually take pictures, but it's on their device. What if they had a device? Let me rephrase that. What if they had a link or a QR code that they just need to scan or click on, and they can upload all the pictures they took from that particular event? And this is uploaded to one big location, and then you can turn around and promote that link to everybody in the audience, which, by the way, will give them an opportunity to get their own if they want, which will be a lead for you. But beside that, now you'll have the opportunity to have access to all the pictures from that event that normally you would never get. Again, $300 a year. That is really cool. Here's another one. promotional link. When you start your GotBackup opportunity, you are given a link. That link, probably most of you here came here through that link. Where you clicked on it, you saw a little video, you put your email, you put your name, and you start receiving emails and campaigns, letting you know what's going on until you choose to activate, or you might have activated right away. The point is, in that promotional link, you can actually change that as you see fit. If you happen to be, speaking Greek or speaking a different dialect or a different language that has not been translated yet, you don't have to wait for translations. It will. You can modify everything you want at the language you want, and that link will be connected to any of the email campaigns. All of that is included in the background. You don't need to understand any of this at the moment. I want you to understand the value that you get, right, for this VIP package. Again, $250 a year. And the other thing is, many of you have domains. What's a domain? This is a name. For example, I use my name, right? Let's say I would use chrisgingras.com. Unfortunately, someone bought it and they want to sell back my name. It's unfortunate, but it's the world that we live in. My point here is, let's say that's my domain, and I want to assign this domain to any of the links that are within GotBackup. And when I do my ad campaigns, my emails, whatever, all I do is I promote that link, right? Because it's been assigned to, let's say, the link that I created. So again, that's about $200 a year. So folks, you need to understand the value that you're getting with this VIP package. Back to you, Tammy.
Absolutely. So much value for both the VIP and the cloud storage. And what we're going to talk about right now is the importance of how can you get paid by sharing this with people. So there's 3 ways to earn. And the first way is through a direct referral commission. You'll get a link and you share that with everybody. And when somebody signs up, you're going to get $20. And then every month after, you'll get 25% for the fee, for the monthly fee. So an example of that, let's say you got 20 people that signed up. This is what Chris and I did. We sent out a link and all these people were signing up when we woke up in the morning. It was so cool. So let's say you got 20 people that sign up and you earn $20. That's $400 in commission in the first month if you achieve that. And then of course, every month you're going to make $50. This is residual income, you guys. You don't get this with a job.
I totally agree. So here's a second way you earn an income. It's called a matching check commission. And regardless of how we're evolving with GotBackup, these 3 things always apply. Because what happened is, like Tammy talked about the 20 earlier, right? So a matching check commission is simply helping the people you brought in. And the company will send you 25% matching check. That's why they call it matching check on the income from your direct referral. So whatever income they got from their direct sponsoring, you'll have 25% that will send to you. So let's use Tammy's example earlier. Let's say those 20 business partners are earning an average of about $200 a month. Some will do more, some will do less, some will do zero. Well, let's say we average that, $200 a month. Well, 25% of that is $50 per business partner. Let's say if we do the math times 20, that's $1,000 per month. That's the second way we're earning income. The third way, this is the residual aspect of things. This is what your retirement plan, if I may, because by doing 1 and 2, 1 is you're doing the activity of recruiting. 2 is you're doing the activity of sponsoring your team. That's where Tammy spent a lot of time on, because we know that if we help our people earning a bigger income, then in overall the team gets a lot better. But then what happens in a team commission is this is how it's proportioned. This is how it's positioned into what we call the genealogy tree. So you have a left side and a right side. And when you see direct and indirect, indirect just happens to be someone that you don't know that happens to appear into your downline because they sponsored them. Okay, just like you, if you look at the indirect referral underneath, there's a direct. You brought that person. That's why it's called direct. Indirect benefit from your effort, just like you benefit from someone else's effort that was above you. Now that we have a better understanding of the binary commission, let's look at how this all works. There's a power leg and there's a pay leg. One is you remain active, just like you have any of your life insurance, medical insurance, TVs, or whatever it is, your phones, your everything. You remain active, you get paid. You also invite others to do the same, and you start earning. And let me give you an example of how this works. You see, it's what we call the cycle. Every single time there's 2 on one side and 4 on the other, that are paying their $10 a month, regardless if they pay for the year or if they pay for a month. If they pay for the year, the company will quantify this for 12 months, even though they paid it ahead and they have 2 months for free. It's so awesome. So what's happening here is generally the standard in our industry, they will pay always 10% from the pay leg. If you do the math, $10 times 2, right? There's 2 people on the right. That's $20. What's 10% of $20? Right? So that would be $2. Well, GotBackup has double that. And folks, there's so much more to come. And this is very, very exciting. So the fact is, how many cycles do you want? This is what our goal is. I know that my goal is to cycle over 10,000 times. That's my goal. So for me to do that, that means I have to help a lot of folks in the team also earning. And as they're earning, they go out there and recruit, as I'm recruiting, as we're all recruiting. And that's how this grows, and it becomes absolutely massive over time. Back to you, Tammy.
So if you're looking at this for the first time, you're probably asking, okay, well, how do I get started? Well, $20 one-time fee. I can tell you, Chris and I have been in the industry for a long time, and I've never seen this. That was one thing that really excited me. $20. You're a member for life. And then you pay either monthly or yearly for your GotBackup 6 terabytes. So it's $9.97 a month or $99 for the year.
Absolutely correct. And here are the prices for the VIP package, right? You can see that originally it's $87.30 per month, a total of $1,047 per year. But with the GotBackup opportunity, it's $24.97 per month and about $250 per year. Now, folks, you need to understand that I'm paying actually way more than that for one tool that does one of those things that I've been using for years and years and years that I kind of don't need anymore, because GotBackup is providing the service. Folks, all of this is designed. If you're serious and wanted to build your business, don't nickel and dime your business, folks. And this is very little money for you to have the tools you need to build your organization. So you're looking at about $24.97 a month or $249.70 a year. Again, you get 2 months for free if you pay for the year.
And we have another new country. So we're so excited. We're in 137 countries now. Bolivia is the newest one. And we keep growing. You want to be part of this. I love the fact that we can make a lot of money while we sleep. And I don't know about you, but it's a lot of fun. When you wake up in the morning, a lot of new business has been taken place. And you don't get this with a job, I can tell you that. And there's a ton of recognition and achievements that are available that we're going to be sharing with you.
Absolutely. In fact, this morning we saw a whole new breed of people that are starting to get into the new level of the gem tier, which is Emerald, right? That's because you're passing the $10,000 mark, right? So many of us right now are crossing the bridge towards the Ruby, which is the $50,000 a month. And then it's $100,000 a month when you get to the diamonds. And folks, at the end of the day, what's happening is this is cumulative. And what I love is the company is constantly evolving and says, okay, how can we put more money in people's pocket? That's exciting. We'll come back to that as we keep moving forward. But this is right now. In fact, at the end of this presentation, we'll share with you some of the recognition, some of the things that are going on right now. But
yeah,
Tammy,
Dr. KOA just hit Emerald. So it's super exciting.
We'll
Congratulations, Dr. KOA. But we'll be recognizing everybody in a minute. So support is there. You get personalized referral links. Landing page, email marketing system is included in the $9.97 with your back office. They got amazing marketing tools that you can leverage from to start sharing through social media, through any platforms that you want to promote. You've got regular online presentations. Right in the back office, you can see that webinar presentations. We're doing Fridays at 11 a.m. as you can see. And Joel, I always promote Wednesday night, the CEO. He's always talking about what's going on, the upgrades, everything that's happening. And it's always exciting to hear from the CEO. So that's Wednesday night. And there's other different languages of people that are sharing other presentations. So everything is there. Training, Chris and I do a training on Saturdays, basic training. Only this Saturday, we have a special event tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and you definitely want to be there. It's our first year anniversary.
So we have a product that everyone needs and everyone can afford, folks. This is what you need to understand. We live in an economy that are very trying for many, many, many people. And $10 a month, people, it's not that people it's not just the price portion, right? It's the openness, the gateway. I was trying to find a word that's appropriate. What I'm going to share, it opens the gateway to have so many people to actually go and reach for the top. So as we finish this presentation here and we do the recognition, go ahead, Tammy, back to you.
Yeah, it's time to get started. When Chris and I looked at this, it was such a no-brainer because people are paying for this stuff anyways. And every time I talk to people, they get excited. They say, send me your link, and they're in. So you want to get started so that you can start sharing this with other people for sure.
Absolutely. Oops. So from there, folks, I just went to my back office here. And one thing that everybody has access to that, right? This is all the information that actually have access as you log in. Now, obviously, as you get the VIP, you'll have a bit more features. These are the ones that we're telling you about. But back to the leaderboard, what's really interesting here, if I may focus on the top weekly sell generated, right? We have GotBackup, amazing deal. That's number one. We have Antonio. We have Sylvia. We have Wilson. We have James. We have Richard. We have Richard and John. We have Michael. We have Nisreen. We have Vincent. We have Gennaro. Again, these are the weekly sell from Monday to Sunday, right? The top 10. And then we have the weekly lead generated, right? We have Valdemir, Vita, Esther, that's always there, always promoting. And Irvin, we have Jack, we have Natalia, we have Mikhail, we have Brian, we have David, we have Wiley. So again, it's really cool. Then of course you can monitor here. Often you're going to see the same folks over here because they're constantly at it. They're constantly working at it. And here's another thing that's really, really important. I want to congratulate Dr. KOA, who has just reached is Emerald this morning due to the fact that the binary were calculated and everybody got paid, and that gives you a boost on your income generated from Ghana. So this is really exciting. We have here Ernesto also that went to gold. We have Jasmine that actually reached gold. Congratulations. Absolutely well done. We have Henry here that reached a level of silver. Absolutely phenomenal. And here's the copper, which are a core rank. We have Nisreen, we have Sharon, and we have Marjan. Again, these are folks that are building. And unfortunately, that's all I can see because it's within my binary structure here. But you can see here that there's a lot more. There's all the bronzes. I mean, there's hundreds of them. Folks, this is constantly evolving. And if you look at here, the sales contest here, when it comes to the March contest, look what's going on over here, right? So these are the 2% clubs. These are people that have sponsored at least 10 people. When you sponsor 10 people who GotBackup, you become automatically part of the 2% club. And that's the names of all the folks that are over here. Okay. Now, what's really cool is we can see here in the top 100 cash contest leaderboard, we have John Carnetta, which is absolutely phenomenal. And we have Stone Evans. I mean, these two guys have been absolutely rocking this thing. We have Arvin from Canada, actually, that's doing really well. Number 3, we have Salvatore, that's number 4. We have Crisia, who's actually number 5. We have Gennaro, who's number 6. And I do apologize with my Canadian ears sometimes, and I don't pronounce the name correctly, and I apologize if that's the case. We have Lawrence over here, number 7. We have Michael, that's number 8. We have Richard and John, that's number 9. And we have Tony, here's number 10. So, folks, this is really exciting. And I want to finish with this here. See, this here is the YouTube channel, which I highly recommend you go to if you have not done that already. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. And what's very important is we have our event tomorrow, right? If you click on notification on, what's going to happen is you'll be notifying me. So let me click it again to leave it on. And that will make sure that you get a notification from the app that this event starts tomorrow. So I highly recommend for you to attend this event because it's going to be the event of the year. This is celebrating 1 year of business with GotBackup. Highly recommend. And I recommend that you click like, right? Again, the more people that sees this, the more people get exposed. And remember that the thing that's important that you need to understand is that if YouTube chooses to promote your video because a lot of people are liking it, more people are watching it. If that's the case, more people sign up. Do you understand that the commission that affects the binary and everything else that's coming to you has a lot to do with the amount of money the company makes? So we're all in the same pot. We're all supporting each other. So folks, at the end of the day, if you're looking at it for the first time and you might be confused from certain things, don't worry about it. You will earn while you learn. That is a guarantee. Show up for classes. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern time, if I may speak in East Coast, is going to be the event. I recommend that you send everybody there. Don't show up alone. You show up alone, you will learn, you'll get excited, you'll get motivated. But if you show up with your team and they get excited, get motivated, what happened to your paycheck? It increases. That's how you create culture. And this is how you build an organization that will sustain. Back to you, Tammy.
Well, I'm just texting as Chris is talking. I was just saying, see you tomorrow. We're going to be celebrating together. I'm super excited. And we have so much growth potential with GotBackup. And I'm telling you, everybody's going to know about this. We've got incredible leaders that are part of the GotBackup company. And this is worldwide. So let's do this, you guys.
Absolutely. So everybody, again, congratulations for all of you that have went from one level to another. Stay the course, keep moving forward, folks. And even things sometimes may seem difficult, stay the course, keep moving forward. That's the difference between the winners and the ones who don't, is they're staying the course. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Looking forward to see everybody at the celebration, the virtual celebration tomorrow. And again, just go to the GotBackup YouTube channel. Register to it so you get notification every time there's a new presentation that's taking place, and make sure you hit the notification button so you get notified so you don't forget to attend. Bye for now.